everyone. Welcome to Sunday morning meditation at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. My name's Daniel. I'll be Ubering it today for the next 15 minutes in meditation, Uber meditation. So sit back, relax, get your feet grounded, body in a comfortable position. Begin to slowly focus more inwards. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing that. I'm going to do a short passage and then we'll have meditation music for the next 14 minutes or so. So, everything that lives proclaims the glory of God. Every person who exists manifests the life of God. There is one spirit in which we live, one mind in which we think, one body of which we are a part, and one light that lighten every man's path. We are part of the evolution of human destiny. We are a part of the unfoldment of the divine intelligence in human affairs. It has reached the point of consciousness and deliberate cooperation with that principle of evolution and our outpush of the creative urge of spirit. On this planet, at least, to bring about innumerable centers in which it may enjoy. Also, we may enjoy it through that divine interior awareness, which is the intercommunication of God with man, revealing our own divine nature. So, as our time together slowly and gently comes to a close, I invite you to start bringing your awareness back into the room, moving around a little bit, and giving thanks for the time that we have spent together, connecting with Spirit once again. For those of you online, I invite you to stay tuned. We're going to have a Halloween edition of our Sunday service. Messages will be forthcoming. Ghoulish messages, right? Yes, of course. So thank you again for joining me and for meditation at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. Namaste.
together. From different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole. Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. Happy Halloween. Yeah. So good to see so many and all of you dressed up this morning. Good morning. Welcome to everyone joining us online. We are delighted to have you as well. Let me put this back on. Yeah. It is our annual costume and Halloween party, and we're going to be potlucking in the courtyard afterwards. So I hope everybody plans to stay and have some food with us and some fun and fellowship. And if you're here for the very first time, we welcome you wherever you may be on your spiritual journey. Know that you're welcome here. If you're joining us for the first time in virtual community, we welcome you as well. And know that everyone is right where they need to be in search of spirit, no matter how long we've been doing this, right? And I'm Reverend Jill, and just delighted to be here this morning. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, and these recordings will be posted on our website earlier this week, and you can go back and watch them again. There's a whole library of talks in our library at scottsdalecsl.org. Also, we do a broadcast of just the talk on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. It's a great way to introduce us to friends and family, and it's also a great midweek pick-me-up. I know I need that every week, so I hope you can join us for that as well. Scottsdale CSL, we have a vision, mission, and purpose, and I would invite you to speak that into service with me this morning. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. All right, it's time to show off those costumes. We have a couple of prizes for first place and second place. Everybody get up here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. If I must. You must, but you must. All right. Okay, so what are we thinking? We got a lot of black going on up here this year. Oh, photo opportunity. All right.
Good. There you go. Thanks, Jeff. A little bit more. There you go. Good. Yeah, you're doing something. Yeah, exactly. Good.
All right. So now we get to vote. We have 2 prizes this morning. I think we do too. I love it. I'm just going to have to get prizes for everybody. All right. So who are you?
I'm Valerie. Who are you?
No, in costume, my love. Who are you?
I'm the 1980s rock and roll girl.
All right. The 80s girl.
I'm just an enhanced person.
An Mardi Gras. She's the Mardi Gras. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we got that going on. And you are? I'm Emily in Paris. Emily in Paris. You're an angel. Yes, you are. And Mama's a devil. Yeah. Glam witch we have. 20s flapper. Yay, yay. All right. So, me? Love child. Yeah, there you go. You dated her? Yeah, okay, fine. So we have, I need votes. We have 80s girl. Yay. We have New Orleans girl. We have the convict couple. Hey. We have Emily in Paris. Oh. Can I do you as a pair? The devil and the angel. Yay. All right. The glam witch. Yay. And Miss Flapper. All right. Who won?
Tie.
It's a tie. Which ones?
And we got Arpaio and the Devil and Angel.
Okay. All right. You won last year?
You guys are awesome.
I don't even remember what we were, but we won. You get to win again.
There you go. Books for you. There you go. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Thank you. All right. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Thanks, Joe. So that was fun. Good news. Good news. Young MacGyver. How many remember the MacGyver show? Yeah, okay. So then there's a new one that came out that's on Prime. That's very good. I think better than the other one. But this young lady reminds me of MacGyver. She's from Connecticut. Her name's Eniola. And before she reaches her goal of becoming president of the United States, she wanted to keep classrooms free from cold and flu viruses. So that's a noble cause, yes. 5th grade. Did I mention that? She's in the 5th grade. And she worked with some of her classmates at the STEM Academy in Middleton, Connecticut. Her idea was to create air filters to clear the air of viruses circulating through classrooms. And using a box fan, 4 furnace filters, duct tape, and cardboard. Does that sound like MacGyver? Uh-huh. So with the help of the scientists at the University of Connecticut, she and her classmates tested and gathered results of the air filters' potency, and then they went to the EPA. And the EPA, the senator that was on the committee and stuff with the EPA, he's like, this is more effective than a lot of the commercial things we see. So she was in the room when the Connecticut State Board Commission unanimously approved $11.5 million for the assembly and installation of these air filters in other schools throughout Connecticut. Is that amazing? 5th grade. She's now in the 6th grade, but this all happened in the 5th grade. And her goal is to get these in every classroom so that everybody can not be sick and can stay in school and learn. Isn't that wonderful? Eniola. Yes, very good. Another divine idea accepted and acted upon. And with that, we have another divine idea in Mr. Daniel, our practitioner of the day.
Thank you, Ralph.
You bet.
Okay. So I have a couple of messages to share with you. One, I will be available afterwards for a quick spiritual treatment after service because we need to get to the eating. So also there's ways to get, come on in. I got a joke about this guy. And we're going to have a variety of places for you to get spiritual support. One's online. One is a written prayer request, which will take home the practitioners will take home and pray with you. and then call in. There's a variety of ways to get support here. So if you need or want spiritual support, there's a variety of ways to do it. Just let us know, okay? So a couple of things regarding a skeleton. You know why skeletons have so much or so little self-esteem? They have no body to love. Not you like it? Okay, Joe likes it, so that's good. Did you hear about the invisible man? He's that went to the doctor's office. He's still waiting to be seen. Okay, okay, okay. Last one, last one. This is for a cash prize. What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman? Frostbite. Time to quit. Okay, okay, we're gonna quit. People are shaking their heads. Okay, let's take this humor and delight and love and joy into our treatment this morning. So I know that there is a spiritual presence. It's a joyful spiritual presence. It's filled with love, with divine knowledge, with a lot of different things that are available for us right now, right here. We know this spiritual presence as God, Spirit, a variety in names, but it all comes down to the same thing. It comes down to this energy that transforms our lives, that runs through us at each and every moment. It is running through this service right here, right now, through each and every one of us. And I know and claim that this service is blessed, that each and every person that is here today will get exactly what they need. And I give thanks for that. I give thanks for knowing that our ministers, Reverend Jill, Reverend Lee, and myself as practitioner, hold this community in the highest and best consciousness. That our message, our duty as a congregation, as a group of loving spirits, is to send this love, this healing power, this divine right action all through the world to lift up each and every person, to make us a more loving, giving, and joyful planet. So as we breathe into that, we welcome each and every person on a spiritual journey, whatever their path is. We know that there is more than one way to get to that one mind, that one God, that one presence that says yes to all of that, that supports and lifts it up. I give thanks for each and every person in our community that shares their wealth and their love with us to make this possible. One of the most loving places in the planet to be at, right here, right now. Give thanks for all the volunteers that make this happen, for all the classes and education that help us be better, more loving, and more loved. I'm so filled with joy, and I know that this service is one of joy, of peace, and love. And so nothing more needs to be said other than to welcome that energy into our heart and share it with each and every person in the planet. I know this to be true as I let this treatment, my words, speak for all of us and sending that love around the world. And as I let this treatment, these words go into that spiritual presence, this presence always says yes, 100%. I know this to be true, and simply give this away into that spiritual truth, knowing that that is the truth for all of us. And we affirm that together by saying, and so it is.
You are blessed. You are the
blessing. You are blessed. You are a 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 blessing. You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Good morning. We're going to talk about gratitude a little bit. Never let the things that you want make you forget the things that you have. Sanchita Pandey, which is a nice thing to remember. Those of you who are sitting here must have something you want to share with us briefly about gratitude in your life. Who's got something? No one has anything to share?
I have so many things I can't choose. I am super grateful to be here today with all of you awesome, beautiful humans. Super grateful for friends again this week and having had a lovely opportunity to meet up with Beverly, who is doing amazing. And we had a really lovely dinner with Beverly and Claudia. And I am really grateful for everything that I've learned and all the ways that I've come to be able to relate to other human beings that is just super kind and joyful and usually makes sense. And so I'm really grateful for all the teachings and everything that I've experienced that brought me to this place in my life.
It's wonderful. Anyone else? Well, I'm especially grateful to see all these faces and this creative energy here. All of you in your Halloween costumes. And Jill takes me back to my days as a brand new flight attendant with the white boots. And that was great fun. Manhattan Beach, California. It'll never be the same. Okay. Thankful for my blessed life. So we're asking that you stay afterwards today and join us for our little food binge that Valerie has set up so beautifully outside. We're going to have lots of food to share. So when you leave, don't leave. Stick around. Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living adopts a senior for the holidays. I think we did this before, and it was a wonderful thing to do. Our community outreach has selected Adopt a Senior program, and we're going to have our Thanksgiving support is a Fry's grocery gift card. Christmas supports are selected gifts that the individual is looking for the holiday. And we'll purchase all the gifts here from Scottsdale Center. So please see the front desk if you'd like to contribute financially to Carol. Carol is our senior that we're making happy for the holidays, and sign her Thanksgiving card. And the final day to contribute for Thanksgiving donations is November 3rd. So that's next Sunday. So, okay. And after our message today, Reverend Lee will open the mic again for your questions or comments about today's topics. And if there are none, he's going to give us a little demonstration of whatever event that might be. Okay, he says another day. All right. So we love music here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, and we welcome Bruno Mars. Today My Life Begins.
There we go. It was in a different spot. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So, today we begin, right? Every day we wake up and we have a new opportunity to create something brand new, to do it differently, or to do it the same. However we want to do it, but can we really do it the same? Because hopefully I've learned and grown a little bit between yesterday and today. I've changed a little bit, become a little more joyful, maybe a little sadder this morning. Maybe I woke up cranky. Anybody else wake up cranky? I do from time to time. You see, every day I get the chance to create it. And this month we've been talking about approaching wealth and abundance from an inner place, about creating a more abundant life, but maybe in a slightly different way than we've talked about it before. Approaching it from a place, as I've looked at it over the course of the month, and Reverend Jill's looked at it over the course of the month, where we first seek a sense of alignment and attunement with a greater idea of ourselves, of finding a sense of harmony with whatever it is we say our higher power is, with a divine life and love and truth and beauty, where we come into alignment with ourselves and grow from there. From kind of a New Testament perspective, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you. If I come into alignment with the flow, then the flow expands. In modern terms, we say what we give our attention to grows. Like where our attention grows, energy flows. Anybody heard that one? What we give our attention to tends to grow and expand. So what am I giving my attention to? Am I focusing more on what's working, or am I focusing more on what's not working? Seems to me sometimes in my life it's been quite easy to look at what's not working because it grabs my attention. What if I were to shift that to some degree and all of a sudden I'm paying more attention to what's working? I'm walking through my life being grateful for the good. So Ernest Holmes, founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, author of The Science of Mind and various other books that we refer to time and time again, towards the end of his life spoke at a retreat in Monterey, a place called the Silomar, and he said the following. And bear with me, it's a longer quote, so hang in there. He says, what I'm saying is this. There is a law that backs up the vision, and the law is immutable. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. There is a power transcendent beyond our needs, our little wants. Demonstrating a dime is good if one needs it, or healing oneself of a pain is certainly good if one has it. But beyond that, at the real feast at the tabernacle of the Almighty, in the temple of the living God, in the banquet hall of heaven, there is something beyond anything that you and I have touched. Find 1,000 people who know that, and the world will no longer be famished. How important it is that each of us, each of us in a simple way shall live from God to God, with God, in God, and to each other. That is why we are here. And we are taking back with us, I trust, a vision and an inspiration, something beyond a hope and a longing that the living Spirit shall through us walk anew into its own creation, and a new glory come with a new dawn. Now I'll be referring to pieces of that throughout the message this morning. What is he talking about? For me, he's talking about exactly what Deepak Chopra has been talking about in our book this month. That there's a larger life for all of us. And when we seek that larger life, when we come into alignment with what we say our higher power is, then everything else is taken care of. That when we focus on who and what we are, we focus on the divine idea of what we are, then we are led to make the choices necessary to experience the expansion of life. To have a greater experience of this thing we call God. In all of its form, is in all of its expressions. The first part of that quote says, there is a law that backs up our vision, and the law is immutable. We're talking about cause and effect. A mental cause, a spiritual cause back of our experience. Just as Deepak Chopra was talking about karma and dharma. That there is something in this life that responds to us, and when we shift our thinking, when we change our inner dialogue, our inner conversation with ourselves and with our higher power, then that law says yes. It's like, so I have my Kempo uniform on today. I pulled it out of the closet. This is the very same gi I wore when I tested, and I got this black belt. I earned this belt at the age of 38. I started my martial arts journey at the age of 12. And I started and I stopped, and I started and I stopped, and I started and I stopped. And finally, in my early 30s, when I moved to Seal Beach, California from here, the center I was serving at that time was literally 300 yards from this studio right here. And I said, aha! The stars have aligned and I can do this. Finally, I can finish this thing. Because I had a vision of it. And I made it. I made it. And I've got pictures and all, It's a long story. I can tell you all the story another time. We don't have time for that whole story. The point is that the vision that was born in me at the age of 12 finally fulfilled itself. The way was made clear. We don't know when these things will happen. We don't necessarily know all the hows and whys and wherefores. And sometimes it takes time for the pieces to fall into place to say, here, this is the opportunity. The opportunity presents itself, and I have the consciousness and the awareness enough to say, aha, there's the open door, where maybe previously I had seen a closed window. That shift happens, that inner shift happens inside of me that all of a sudden opens the door of opportunity, where maybe that door was always open, but I just did not have the agency to see it. Maybe I just couldn't see it. Because my consciousness was not in the right place for me to be able to see it. Deepak Chopra says this in our book of the month. Even though spirit abandons no one, the path to mature, lasting spirituality, to wisdom itself, begins when you listen to the music inside. The music inside. What is that? What is that for you? What is the music for you? What is it about life that sings to you? That song's going to be a little bit different for everybody, isn't it? For some, it's Chopin. For some, it's Mozart. For some, it's Disturbed, or the Beatles, or Shinedown. I'm a big Shinedown fan, in case you, lately especially. Anyway, but what is the music that speaks to you? What is that inner harmony? What are the qualities of life that really allow you to have that sense of joy or happiness or peace? How is it that you want to behave in life? How is it that you want to experience in life? Because whatever that is, that vision is born in me, and I get to make the choices that lead in that direction. And like I said, maybe some days I wake up and I just haven't got it. Maybe some days waking up and moving through the day in just such a way is enough. And maybe some days I wake up and I'm motivated and I'm like, man, I am going to get after it today. I'm going to make a list. That's my key. If I can make a list, it happens. Ask anybody who knows me really well and say, oh, Lee, do you have a list? Yes, I have a list. So out of the way. What are the keys for you? What is that trigger in you that really motivates you to get up and get out and get it done? What are the behaviors, the little practices that you have that will inspire you to move forward and really make the change? He says, because when I take the time to become rooted in goodness, to really ground in what I know to be true about life, things happen. Because when I become really committed to change, it happens. And sometimes it's scary, and sometimes exciting. Sometimes it's inspiring. Sometimes I know I'm holding on by the skin of my teeth to what has gone before. And then I finally let it go. I let go of the way of being that has been so very comfortable up until now in favor of something greater, grander, more expansive that says, this is me now. No longer do I have to hold on to the old ways that no longer serve me. They can't move into this next thing with me because I have to make room for that something more. Ernest Holmes says, there is a power transcendent beyond our needs and our little wants. Can I embrace something more? Because there's a power in me that says there is something greater. There's a power in me that says I can be more. There's a power in me that's talking to me in the back of my head and in my heart that says, dude, get on with it. Anybody else heard that? I heard that voice this week. I did. Been working through some stuff, and it's like, oh, wake up. I had some occurrences that really, I had to, I don't know. No, I'm not going to get into it. Suffice to say, I had a visit from my team leader this week, and it was great. I was really anxious about it. And it was like, but it was wonderful. It was a nice visit. He's a nice young guy, But I was really nervous about it. I was like, really, dude? Get over it. you're doing your job. Yeah, the hospitals, the locations are really not up to your own standards, but hey, you had surgery and you were off for 6 weeks. It's okay that things aren't perfect. It's okay to be human. I know, right? It's okay to be human. And at the same time, understand that there's a greater idea of me that is being birthed each and every day. Deepak Chopra goes on to say in the book, nothing you really value in your present life, a loving relationship, a good family, worthwhile and rewarding work, and the time to enjoy these things come by chance. They grew out of desire and intention. What is the desire of your heart? What is the intention that you are going to set for yourself today? It's like the question I often use with myself and with people that I work with and students and so forth. What does a life worth living look like to you? Hold that vision. What does that life look like? What does that life feel like? Hold that vision. Hold true to that. Give that idea attention. Focus on that, not what's not everything else. Stay focused on what does this life worth living look like for me? What does it feel like for me? And then see what happens. And be willing to let go. Be willing to set things aside. Be willing to simplify, all the things. Be willing to take just a little step forward every day and see what happens. Ernest Holmes goes on to say how important it is that each of us in our own simple way shall live from God, to God, with God, in God, and to each other. What is he saying there? Live from God, to God, with God, in God, and for each other. God is all there is. And when I stop and allow myself to recognize and acknowledge it in absolutely everything and everyone, and here's the big part, including you and me. Including you and me. Including the people I may not agree with, including the people that I celebrate on a day-to-day basis, including the people that I don't approve of, and those that I love deeply. All the people, places, and things, it is in it all. God is present at each and every point without exception. Without exception. And it is love and light and peace and beauty and health and wealth and abundance and joy and prosperity and all of that. And it is the laughter we share and the tears we cry. It is all of it. And all of that experience, all of that expression is the activity of God. And when I recognize it and celebrate it, and open to the flow and then an expanding awareness of the flow of it, then the abundance in life, the wealth and health and prosperity in life, it all flows too. Because if what I look for, what I'm seeking is an expansion of this experience, is an expansion of my life, and the fulfillment and manifestation of a vision I hold, and I accept it and know that I am worthy of it, then all the resources necessary show up. all of it. And the way is made clear. Moses afraid, Spirit goes before me, making plain and safe my way. Always. Deepak Chopra goes on to say this: wisdom needs no outward show because nothing is happening outwardly. The soul's love is experienced when we go to an unchanging place beyond all worlds, blessed or troubled. Wisdom needs no outward show because nothing is happening outwardly. The soul's love is experienced when we go to an unchanging place. It's all happening right inside here. We experience our lives on the inside. We see it out here, but it's all happening in here. I make my assessments, my judgments, my celebrations, my angst, all of my experience, the anger, the love, the joy, all of it, all the feelings, all the emotions. Where do they happen? They happen right here. And I get to choose how to frame it. I get to choose how to respond. I get to choose all of it. And to the degree I become more conscious and aware of of all of those dynamics, to the degree that I can let go of all the old ideas about how I'm supposed to be, to the degree I can let go of all the stories I've been told about who and what I am, and make real, clear, and conscious choices about how I choose, how I want to be today, how free I want to experience myself, how joyful I want to walk in the world. I make conscious choices rather than responding in some semi-automatic or automatic triggered way based on all the stories of limitation I've told, all the pain and suffering I've had. Am I responding and reacting out of trauma, or am I choosing from a deeper, more expansive idea of what I am? The way forward is one of conscious choosing. The way forward is a way of freedom that says, you know what? I am not a prisoner of my past any longer. I choose a more tuned, awake awareness of life. That is the choice I make for myself today. That is the choice I invite all of us to make for ourselves today. How much more awake and aligned and attuned with spirit can I be? And how willing am I to embrace a larger vision of my life and who and what I am? Just like Ernest encouraged the people at Silomar to do in this final quote. He says, "That is why we are here. And we are taking back with us, I trust, a vision and an inspiration, something beyond a hope and a longing. That the living Spirit shall, through us, walk anew into its creation, and a new glory come with a new dawn." Even then, somewhat, long time ago. I think it was 1958. So some 66 years ago. He was inviting us to have a larger vision of what's possible for ourselves, of what's possible for humankind, of what's possible for us. Just as Deepak Chopra in our book of the month is inviting us to live a more aligned, more aware, more awake life, so too Ernest Holmes, inviting us to have a larger vision of who and what we are, of what's possible for our lives. What's the way forward from here? The way forward from here is a way that says, I am more than I appear to be. Today, the possibility exists for me to be more loving, more joyful, more happy in life, to live in greater alignment with what I hold to be true about myself, what I hold to be true about spirit as it expresses through me. To know that all that I say to be true about God is true of me. Can I awaken to that today? To that today. And so I invite you to look at our practice for this week. This week, I invite us to embrace the paradox of being present and looking forward at the same time. So this week, the practice is to begin the day contemplating the idea of what is possible today beyond what has been. The simple idea with a lot of potential. What is possible today beyond what has been? Okay. So now it's your turn. Questions, comments, sharing, anything, anybody.
You're scaring us with your black belt.
No. There will be no showing off by the black belt. Okay. Well, cool then. We will pray. We will take this, we will pray, and we will take these ideas and go forward into the week with them. And today, let's begin with gratitude. Gratitude for this moment, gratitude for the opportunity we have each and every week and every time we gather together to learn, to grow, to awaken. We begin by recognizing that there is a power and presence greater than we are, and we can use it. And this power and presence is love and peace and joy. It is health and wholeness. It is abundance and prosperous at every point. And we are in it, and it is in us, as us, right here and right now. We see it showing up for us in our experience each and every day. I recognize it in you and you in me, as me. And so today we move forward into this day and the rest of this week in recognition of the activity of Spirit in all we see, in all we do, in all that we experience. And we know and invite a blessing not only on each other, but on this life we live, on our spiritual community, the Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. We know that it and each and every one of us is prospered And we move forward with a sense of joy and love and expansion, knowing that all is well, that life is good and very, very good as every one of us. And I speak this word today for anybody who may have a concern on their minds or hearts today, knowing and trusting that all is well. That if there's something going on physically, I know that every cell and fiber of our being is alight and alive with the love and joy of Spirit. That everything is in perfect alignment, that the divine idea of my physical being is brought forth in this moment. I know that if there are any doubts or concerns about the life we live, we set them aside right now going forward, knowing that the truth of Spirit of God goes before me, sweeping aside anything unlike itself. For there is nothing outside of the realm of Spirit. In knowing this, I know that all is well. That life is good and very good, as and for, in, through, and around each and every one of us here, those watching online, no matter where they are. And so with gratitude and joy in my heart, I know that we let this go and let it be, knowing that the words I speak are already fulfilled within the mind and heart of Spirit. And so we let it be, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Reverend Lee. Inspiring message this morning to wrap up our entire month on prosperity. And it is time for sharing our good, for circulating our good through the community. And our service is grateful giving. And Ernest Holmes says, I know that my good is increased and multiplied as it is scattered. I am both an inlet and an outlet for the passage of divine love, life, and power. Wherever I go, then, I shall impart the divine blessing which I have received. Law of circulation, restated with lots of words. So I invite everyone in the room and online this morning to join us in this sacred practice. We have lots of ways to participate. You can go on our website, scottsdalecsl.org. When you click on that donate button, you go into our donation portal, you'll be offered the opportunity to make that reoccurring. If you do that, you decide how frequently your donation comes out, and then you pick up a tithe ticket at the front desk on Sunday mornings that you put in the basket as a reminder of your prosperity awareness of the participating in circulation. We also have a prosperity program called Money Finders, and this is where we pay attention to and acknowledge the good that comes to us throughout the week that may be unexpected, may be serendipitous, and we tithe 10% of that here, keeping 90% of it, and proving that principle that Reverend Lee was talking about, what we focus on expands in our lives. And if you are making a cash donation, I invite you to pick up one of our envelopes in the front lobby. Make sure I have your name and email address so that we can send you a giving statement at the end of the year. We are a 501(c), and your donation is tax deductible. If you prefer to make your donation by Zelle, our address is donations@scottsdalecsl.org, and we take credit cards with a QR code or at the front desk. Penny is back, thank you, and is our usher this morning. We'll be coming around with our basket. Please join me for our affirmation. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Please join me in blessing that which has been circulated to and through our community this morning. We are so grateful for all of the many blessings that have been circulated here today, from our message, our music, all of the abundance of food, Valerie and her volunteers putting everything together for us. We're just so grateful in advance for this wonderful meal we're going to share, and grateful for the circulation of good to and through this community. I know that each that has chosen to give this morning, that gift is blessed, pressed down to overflowing in their lives as they step confidently into this law of circulation. I know that Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living is a grateful receiver for all of the good that it receives to circulate back out into this world, to create a world that works for all. And so it is.
So it is.
All right. Am I on?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Now we are. If you'd like prayer this morning, Daniel is our practitioner of the day and will be available to you in the prayer room. And you can also leave a written prayer request in the lobby or use the website 24/7. We're always available for prayer. We love to pray with you anytime. Remember to stop by the front desk to make your donation. Pick up your Abundance book, final day of that, or participate in our Adopt a Senior program to help Carol have a happy Thanksgiving. Next Sunday, we will begin our November series. Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about happiness. Yay, we're going to talk about happiness, and we have a recipe for you. It's a state of mind that can be cultivated, and we're going to show you how. Reverend Lee's message will be of journeys, maps, and dragons. I think he's pulling Halloween on into November here. As we keep it going, right? Chart a course for greater joy, love, and happiness. Does that sound good? Yeah. What is it we're really facing along the way? So we're going to find that out next week. Again, right after service, we're going to head out into the courtyard for a wonderful meal, fellowship, fun. Please stay and join us. Everyone's welcome. Would you stand for our affirmation? I live in peace and share my joy. I am powered by spiritual truth. Today, I live an expansive life, and so it is.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God could help. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, gotta let it go. Gotta let it all go. Are you listening? You got to let it all go. This is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, 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 no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, no, no more struggle.